Welcome back to part 2 of tonight's Performance League's pre-season race 1 at Austria. Apologies for the earlier incidents and issues. It looked as if one of our drivers broke away from the lobby and couldn't actually get back in his car, and I think there's a few calibration issues as well, Mark, with some of the driver's wheels, which resulted in a terminal damage.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate circumstance there, but hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, this will be the hopefully the last time of sorting it out tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we go ahead without issues. So we do return to a full short qualifying session and 50% race, but after that first part of qualifying, Mark, it looked as if some of the drivers were really going for it when we looked at those times. And I'm wondering if we might see a little bit of gameplay now that some of the drivers have seen the pace of the competition. And maybe downplay it a little bit, maybe run a little bit less high fuel mixture, or maybe put a little bit extra drag on that rear wing. So, time will tell. We do have over 17 minutes of tonight's session, part 2, as we said, and looks as if most of the drivers are still opting for the ultra soft tyre, with Aaron just going to spin the soft, as well as Stephen, both F3 drivers, of course. So we do have a car making their way onto the grid, and looks as if there's a slide up on 2 Williams. And the McLaren's so getting busy early on in qualifying with waving for it in pass and then the road mark.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be different now because you just don't know what to expect. I mean, in your honest opinion, Craig, would you have gone out and gone for the lap, or would you have played a little bit sneaky, just like see how it goes, play a little bit and try and go for it later in the race?
I mean, that's quite an interesting question, and I don't think it's that easy to answer, because you could actually use pre-season in 2 ways. You could go out flat out and lay down the gauntlet, possibly play a little bit of psychological mind games, or you could play your cards to the chest, let others go out and display their pace, and then at least you know what you're aiming for. Of course, that's if you're doing this for the times as well. There is no points available in pre-season, so I don't feel it's always the best approach to show your hand this early in the season. So I would probably tend to keep my cards close to my chest, as you can tell goes under that heavy braking zone at turn 3, that tight hairpin onto the DRS zone 2, making his way downhill towards turn 4. A little bit of traffic ahead on the left hand side of the Renault as we approach turn 4 again. Slightly heavy braking, looking to not lock up that front left tyre where it unloads as we come in towards the apex. Then looking to come up towards sector 2, sector 16.1, very competitive sector 2 time as first one begins. He's got that as well. So we did see the McLarens on the front row, Mark. Are you expecting that they may hold that front row for the second half of qualifying?
If that's their true pace, yeah, I'll definitely agree with that, to be honest. If that's their true pace, then yeah, I'll go with that. Both drivers from the McLaren's top 2.
Yeah, very quick drivers as mid-Logpay, the first drive set a 1 minute 4. There's an improvement from Tony Wang in the Williams. Goes into the 1 minute 4s in the second qualifying session. Ross just slightly behind in second, 300ths of a second, but Scopefielder puts it back up on provisional pole with another 1 minute 4.6. So very consistent qualifying from Scopefielder tonight.
Oh, this is going to be interesting moments here. Before we left, there was a 104.3. I think, and I said would we get 103? I reckon 104 flat, I think. Whoa!
Well, Brigster makes it into the session, sets a 1 minute 4.597, so puts it on provisional pole as Aaron gets out the way in the Mercedes on that run down towards turn 4. But definitely, Mark, as the track evolves and rubbers in a little bit more, these lap times will certainly start to fall down even more. And we may get a 1 minute 4.0.
I'm speechless at the minute because this is the closest we ever got. From first to 8th? No, 9th? 1 second. 1 second from first to 8th. Oh, we've Cortax has done a 105 flats there. This is unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, and that's good enough for the third row. Puts him in 6th position and gets ahead of the driver setting the first qualifying time, Wave Intel, who goes back into the pits. But Mr. Sky Z setting a 1 minute 5. And it looks as if he's on his return to the garage. Mike currently sitting for Toro Rosso, just completing his lap around 1 minute 5.4 on the ultra soft tyres. So that's 2 laps that he's set on those ultra softs, and that may compromise his race strategy if that is the quickest qualifying time that he sets.
I've never heard that before, Craig.
Quackist.
Aye, there's no iron brew in this, there's Red Bull in this.
That is a very sugary drink.
Yeah.
So we're joined with our viewer Never Miss, unable to complete tonight's race, so he has opted to remain a viewer as we ride on board with Jamie from F2 driving for Renault as he approaches turn 9. Will he go and complete lap? Runs wide out of turn 9. Very slow out lap. It looked as if he was doing the Mercedes-esque out lap. Very slow, building up tyre temperature gradually and then going all out on the hot lap. Runs wide out of turn 1, trying to carry as much pace as he can on that run up the hill towards a little kink at turn 2 and 3. Sets a 16.0 for sector 1 and gets that car turned in beautifully, but a little bit of oversteer will certainly compromise that run down towards turn 4. We'll be looking to try and maximise his turn entry, or misses it slightly as he runs wide out of turn 4 and third gear down into 4 and 5 as he approaches that right-hander on the run down towards the end of sector 2. So Jamie looking to be on quite a promising lap. We might see him actually in the low 1 minute 5s, possibly high 1 minute 4s, which will be good enough for the third, the minimum of the third row of the grid, Mark.
That'll be good for Jamie because he's improving the other one, and I respect him. And he's got tonight.
Jamie running completely no assists this season, so using no assists whatsoever, and a very competitive lap from Jamie in the running.
Yeah, that's really, really good lap from him. I'll just watch Pascal while he was watching Jamie. Right. It's just interesting because I thought he was doing a lap in the super softs, but he had done 3 laps on it, so he didn't want to do any more to it. So I think he'll probably do a bit more. Try and do the ultras across which the majority of the grid is doing. I mean, regarding strategy, what do you think? I mean, in your personal opinion, what do you think the best strategy, or what would you have gone for tonight if you was racing?
So although we do have 3 DRS zones, it's a tricky little track to overtake, so track position is key, and with that in mind, certainly the one-stop strategy would probably be the best to go. Scopefielder sets a 1 minute 4.3, so it does improve on his previous lap. He got a cheeky little toe from Jamie on that run up the hill towards turn 3. So just going back, Mark, to your question, track position is certainly key, and I think if you opt for the 2-stop, that you are at risk of getting bogged down by traffic, and it might compromise your overall race strategy. So I'm expecting to see the one-stop strategy tonight, and we certainly saw that last night in the assist league, and we saw Sargent using that mentally, going very long in the race, pitting round about lap 18-19 onto the super softs and putting within touching distance of Nicky for the race lead and then decide to bail out of it at the end.
Yeah, I think you are right there. The track position here tonight is crucial and stuff. But looking at the times there, Craig, I mean, what do you say? What do you say on that? It's just unbelievable.
Well, I say that I think we're in for a cracking season in the performance leagues, but also the equal performance leagues on the Wednesday evening. Scopefielder and Yoss very quick at the moment, only separated by 0.3 of a second. Teammates, of course, in F1 Ford that has been. And I think drivers such as Gamer and Samba may have their hands full from the two new additions to the Formula 1 league.
As Craig rightly said, we have got the equal leagues on the Wednesday nights, we've got the performance leagues on the Tuesday nights, and the no assist on the Monday nights. What do you say? It's just, do you want close racing? You've got that, and you've got some close times there, but this is going to be absolutely epic season, and I can't believe, I said it from the first stream, I can't believe this is the sixth season of the Performance League overall in general, and it's grown since everyone started, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. We're certainly growing exponentially. And one thing we forgot to mention as well, Mark, is the Sunday evening PC League, which we are currently recruiting for at the moment. So we're hoping to get that going in the next couple of weeks. So we've certainly got a little bit of interest in that as well. So if you are a PC user looking for a league on a weekend evening, please feel free to sign up. Contact us by DM on Twitter or follow us on our website page, invictusracingleagues.com.
Oh, definitely. You've heard that, folks. We've got our business stuff sorted. Cha-ching! Come on, Mike, you can do it! If you beat a cute and he doesn't do it, he misses out by a tenth. He misses out by a tenth up there. It's just unbelievable.
And I just want to go back a little bit to what we were talking about earlier on, Mark, about gameplay. MJ Cooten, who moved up to F2, who is now one of the F2 League admins, just a little bit off the pace of Jamie, who is also in F2, separated by 0.3 of a second. So is MJ Cooten holding his cards close to his chest tonight? We'll wait and see.
Do you want to be honest? I think so, yeah. I think he's going to keep it into his chest.
And BW Clyde just coming down to turn 4 and 5 in the first side, 22nd, 15 on the grid with a 105.7. Can he improve and get himself into the top 10 or at least 11th, taking that from putting himself in a prime position for the race on a fresh set of tyres, of course.
Definitely. I'm watching SJD now, Craig, coming to his proper lapping now. Beautiful there. Hitting perfectly straight now. The first one, try and get a little bit of towing. Just a tap here. Drive and slow down in the second corner. Now so we've got gear extra again. But SJD is doing a good part. He's only 1 second back. The time is off. The fault is that we're really trying to improve on here. I think he might improve. Oh, scope! Oh my god, we have no scope. We've got a scope builder there. It's just unbelievable. It's a 104.2. Oh, absolutely unbelievable.
So I think that's track evolution as the ambient and track temperatures basically improve. We're certainly seeing the improvements of the qualifying lap times. So Scofield going quicker by 1/10. Carrie Yoss joining them on the front row, 22nd in third with a 104.6. Tries to get a little bit of a toe from his teammate on that run down towards turn 4. Turn 4 just kisses apex perfectly. Can he get on that outer roundabout? Turn 5. There's a little bit of traffic in the approach to turn 6. Oh, he kisses that perfectly. Allows the car to move out on the understeer round. I mean, there's contact between the Mercedes. I don't know if that's possible, decent, because it doesn't look as if the McLaren was affected too much, but certainly pushing one of the Mercedes cars up for the sector 2 in that.
Yoss, is it?
Yoss is making contact with one of the Mercedes down under sector 2. I'm not sure if that was a Petros decent issue. It doesn't look as if there's any damage to McLaren, so possibly a little bit of a decent issue as both Williams looking to come out onto the track with 3 minutes remaining of the qualifying session.
Yeah, Yoss has retired from the session on track. Hopefully he won't do that during the actual league season because he would get penalised with it. Just try and see if anyone else tries to improve his time. Megalopi, what will Megalopi do? He's gone wide on turn 8 and turn 9, I think. Coming to turn 10 now, should be on 104.6. A 104.6, he would have got a tenth quicker, but he went wide on that one. Will he try and improve? I'm going to see if he can try and improve that. SJD. Where's he gone? I don't know if he did retire on track or what. I don't know. I didn't see it. Megalopi is coming up the second DRS straight now. We've got yellow flags in sector 2 and 3 now. But what will Megalopi do? He would have had a tenth quicker, but he went wide at turn 8 or 9. So he's coming up to the next, coming up to the end of the second sector now. Craig, I don't know what he's going to do now, but will he improve his time?
So interrupting but Jamie just beginning his final hot lap with 2 minutes remaining on the session. Currently sitting down in 10th with a 105.2. Can he get improved? Oh, and a big slide from Jamie! Turn 3 almost makes contact with the wall. A snap of oversteer. Turn 3 notorious for an issue with that oversteer, and certainly that would have ruined that set of tyres. So that looks as if Jamie's qualifying session is over.
Yeah, his qualifying session is over here, but I didn't see the actual what happened, but I was watching Mick Lucky there, Craig, and he moved up to third with a 104.5. So
and this is really critical for drivers for tomorrow's F1, so maybe laying down the gauntlet a little bit. Stokes was certainly laying down the gauntlet at 104.2. And I remember the conversation I had just before we moved Stokes to F1, saying that he didn't have the pace for the F1 league, but certainly the qualifying time for that. Certainly putting that in not thinking of him as a championship contender.
Of course, I think they'll probably found out for at least the top half. If they're not, then I'll be the guys this season. But yeah, as you were saying about the league, I mean, I can't wait to see the league on Sunday night as well, Craig. So that'll be a good addition to the family of the league and stuff. Before we carry on, we've got the podcast coming up soon. I'll be doing that. And getting some more drivers in. Got a good last season. So should be good. Just watching Mr. Skyzy, waving to how tired. I didn't tell you exactly what.
Mr. Skyzy pulls on his time by 1 tenth of a second as he crosses the sector 3 line. Can he make up any more time round that fast 7, 9 and 10? I just running the car to one line slightly from 10 moves until it's up to 6, dropping core tactics down to 7th with a 104.6.
Schofield, he's lost. I don't think he will improve the time. Tony well improved, Mr. Skip.
I don't know why he's run out of fuel and he's taking that car back to the garage. Just letting them go with Cooper's coming round turn 3. Currently sitting 12th at the moment with a 105.3. Doesn't look as if it's pushing too hard at the moment on that red day, so this could be a cool down lap going back to the garage. And it looks as if this actually might be the rundown for the qualifying at the moment.
Craig, believe in that, you are right. both Mr. Skyzy and Invictus have all put on 0 on the ERS, so they are going back to the pits, and this is what you're going to see in the third position, Craig. So, do you want to start doing the rundown?
Yeah, well, looks like Scotfield are still in the top ERS mode. Looks like he's pushing a little bit, but he's putting in some really slow lap times at the moment. So again, I think this is going to plan down. Just testing where the grip is on track before we move into the race phase. And Scotfield are certainly impressive in qualifying with a 104.2, almost untouchable, as he has a 2/10th gap over teammate Ross and the fellow McLaren, who will join him on the front row of the grid, followed by McLaughlin and the Ferrari, and Tony White in the Williams as he's still trying to nurse that car back to the garage, certainly going bingo fuel at the moment. And incredibly close at the top, Malk. 4/10 separate the top 6 drivers, whereas 1 second still splits the top 10 drivers. So we could be in for something quite spectacular here.
Spectacular. It's absolutely unbelievable. I was going to say unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable, Craig. We don't get any Soccer Saturdays here. We get Super Tuesdays on the Performance League, and you just never know what to expect until now, and I can't wait for it. Can we have the season start right now? I know it's pre-season. Can we start it right now? Please! Please! I want it now. Oh, God.
Well, in 20 seconds we will be moving to the race phase, so it'll give us a good opportunity on the formation lap to see the strategy of the drivers from 11th down to 18th. Will they opt to go on the supers or the soft tyres initially, or do they feel that they can push the front drivers with the fresh ultras? Stay tuned to find out, because we are moments away from the first race of the season of the Performance League here at the Red Bull Ring. So the final classifications of the first qualifying session of the Performance League are, as we just wait for
drum roll.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it to come. So Scotfielder does take pole position with a 104.2. Joss will join him in the McLaren on the front row for second. McLaughlin takes third. Tony Y fourth. LNC Bigster unable to make a final hot lap, takes fifth, followed by Mr. Sky Z in the Williams for sixth. Seventh is Core Tactics, SGD is eighth. Waving till ninth, Jamie rounds off the top 10 in the Renault. Fascoen in 11th, MJ Cook 12th, Mike 13th. BW Clyde takes 14th, 15th is Aaron Spence, Notorious is 16th, followed by Sir Spud 17th and O'Stephen in 18th.
Well done, Craig. I didn't know if he was going to get the last three, but fair play. That is some cracking times. We should see some cracking laps tonight, but looking at it now, it's obviously with pre-season races, it's always going to be dry because the guys are going to get used to how they can adapt to other drivers to see what they can achieve. Obviously, this is also the equal performance, just so that the admins can have a look and decide which cars is best for that driver in that particular league as well. But I can't wait. I think we're very, very lucky to have two leagues tonight merged to see what happens tonight and see if they can be the best of the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. It is an interesting concept that we'll split the leagues, unable to really have a tiered system due to the nature of the realistic performance. But it'll be really interesting to see who can actually dominate each performance league as the season progresses.
Yeah, I mean, I missed the banter from you, Craig, with the commentary, and we're going to enjoy it with the Performance League as well to see some real good racing. And what do? You just you chill out, and they're all kicking off now with the races. So we hopefully will be on the formation lap now. So I'll let you carry on, Craig.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for the to join the drivers on the formation lap, and we will start to see the strategies being played out from all drivers, and we'll certainly see how those strategies play out through the course of 36 laps in the race.
Yeah, cool. We're just going to have the formation lap now. We're just going to get ours prepared, ready for... Oh, looking at the strategy, Craig, got quite a few people. Vasco's the only one who's in ultra softs. Five drivers go for the super softs and 2 drivers go for the soft compound. Now, looking at it, I think the super softs and the softs should last well, but the drivers that are in the soft tyres will have a struggle. Aaron J. Spence and Spud, because it's going to take them a long time on this track to try and get some heat into their BW Clyde's disqualified. I don't know how, but we'll have to wait and see what's happened. But looking at it now, Notorious is disqualified.
Yeah, it looks like there's been contact between Clyde and Notorious on the formation lap, and we will be actually awarding train-setting penalties from this season onwards for disqualifications in the formation lap. Certainly we do expect all drivers to maintain a reasonable gap, and there's actually no reason for drivers to bunch up on the formation lap except for the end, as we see drivers preparing for it on just at the approach of turn 9. So both McLarens possibly pushing each other into turn 1, Mark?
Trying, I think that, yeah, synchronised McLarens through the ghosts, and it's absolutely weird. We don't see that in real life. It's just unbelievable. And now all the drivers are going into their final prep work for this Grand Prix now.
Yeah, all drivers will be hoping that they have found the correct clutch point to get the best exit out of that grid slot. So both McLarens will be looking to lead out of turn 1 as we prepare for the start sequence. We have we are waiting for the start of the red lights. All drivers are on the grid slots. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Oh, there's a little bit of a delay, and we'll go, and the Reynolds pulls out from behind the Williams. That's a slow start at Schofield. Should be leading the pack into turn 1. The force they're trying to get a look up the inside of the McLaren. That is the force under LMC Bigster, but Schofield does lead it, followed by Yoss in second. LMC Bigster moves up to third, trying to do the inside. Contact. It gets inside. LMC Bookster goes up the inside of Yoss at turn 3. That allows
contact
and the Sauber to come round the outside. There's a 4-way battle at turn 4. We're going to have 4 in the bed. There's contact
yes!
And LMC Bookster. And the door is open there for co-tactics in the Sauber to move up into second, Mark. And it looks like we've got a virtual safety car. We have a virtual safety car at the moment. There will be certainly carbon fibre debris falling off the car, or flying off the cars there at turn 3 onwards.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff here. Just have to wait and see what's going on now. Still virtual safety car at the minute, Craig, but looking at it now, this is absolutely unbelievable moments here. We had 4 in a bed. 4 in a bed, and we've never seen that for a long time, a very, very long time. Waving tails going to the pits now. Take the opportunity of changing. I don't know if it's going to work.
So I saw what the drivers are getting a little bit impatient here at the start of the race. They're looking to actually get some early moves done, but Bigster continuing to have issues with the lobby as he exits and rejoins again. So it looks as if we are underway here, Mark. The virtual safety car has come in, and McLaughlin trying to go down the outside turn 3, and there's a 2-way battle between McLaughlin, and it looks as if it's between McLaughlin and Mr. Sky Z's on that run down towards turn 4.
MJ Coop's just gone past LMC Bookster now. Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable moments here. We've got some drivers coming in now. I don't know what to pick. Mr. Sky C holding on for Vival. Oh, it looked like he was going wide there, but it didn't hold on.
Jamie looks as if he's going up the inside at turn 9.
Go on.
Tony White trying to go round the inside. And it looks as if he's lost a little bit of front end grip there. Certainly getting caught into the dirt here. Mr. Skies, he runs wide out of turn 10. Rejoins just ahead of MJ Cook, but that bad exit of turn 10 between Jamie allows BW Play SGD and MJ Cook to move up ahead of Jamie. Goes wheel to wheels, SGD goes wide. One exit of turn 1, that will compromise his exit and run up towards turn 3.
Oh, we do have a 3. No, we might have a 2. 2 in a bed. 2 in a bed. Oh no.
SGD trying to gets a squeeze from Mike round turn 3. SGD goes round the outside, so it's a bit manic at the moment. Mark, all drivers fighting for position. MJ Cook looks to have actually gained the most, up to 8th place at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good opportunity here for MJ Cook to move up to 8th. Andre Spencer's closing in on Mike on 12th place. Now, looking at it now, Craig.
Sorry, Mark, but just to interrupt you, but Yoss beginning to close down McLaughlin for second place as well. He's currently sitting half a second behind Core Tactics. Apologies there. I was actually looking at McLaughlin down in 4th as I was actually giving an update on the position. So Core Tactics starting well for Sauber, up into P2. 1.9 seconds behind Scopefield. It was trying to close him down in that run into turn 3. He'll get DRS activated on that run down towards turn 4, but Core Tactics looks to have got the better exit out of turn 3.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I thought he got it there, but he tried to go into the corner to try and get past, I think it was MJK. But he misses out by 2 cars, so now he's dropped down to 11th place. But look at it now, I mean, this is unbelievable moments. Craig, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely, and Jamie may start to put the pressure on fellow Renault driver SGB as we come round sector 2. The gap opening up a little bit between Yoss and Core Tactics. It was sitting at 0.6 of a second there slightly. He's got it back down to 4/10. DRS active along the pit straight as we become the lap 5 of 36. Core Tactics down in. Turn 1 runs slightly deep out of the exit of turn 1. That was Yoss to get the better exit and that run down towards turn 3 and Core. It's going to be a late breaking contest. Core Tactics just holds on to the racing line and Yoss just tucks in behind the Sauber as they go through the hairpin. Turn 3 gap holding at 4/10 of a second. Yoss currently pushing. He's on mode 4 at the RS2, not on the full beams yet for Yoss. Just tucking in that slipstream of the Sauber of Core Tactics.
So while you're watching that play, you've got two drivers going from 8. Oh! Great place down there. James pull up behind the SUV with a car. So he's got the damage now. I don't know. I'm wondering. But it looks like the only real contact out there. But these guys now.
Clyde was very late in turning into turn 9 there. SGD got the better entry into turn 9. BAW played a little bit hasty there. And that allows SGD to close down that force under the gap. Currently holding at 4/10 of a second as they exit turn 1. But Jamie beginning to drop off from SGD at the moment. Gap opening up to 1.1 seconds. It might start to close down the gap. Oh! Andy Spence tries to move round the outside on Mike. On that run down towards turn 3, Mike goes defensive and comes back to the racing line. Runs deep slightly into turn 3. Oh! Big slide from the rear tyres as he tries to put the power down. So the traction not really willing to come down on that Toro Rosso.
I saw a bit of Yoss in the core, but watching him just see now, make look he's got 3 seconds time towards. Oh, Mr. Sky pitted.
Yeah, looking for the undercut, possibly damage there, Mark. He could go for the undercut, trying to get out of this traffic and get him into some clean air.
Possibly, but looking at Yoss,
little look up the inside there. Marcus thought he was actually going to go for it, but for tactics just plays on the racing line, looking to open up turn 3, and remains ahead of Yoss on lap 7.
Two in the bed, we might have a two in the bed, Clyde, and SJD, please, oh, SJD, might do it, yes he has.
VW Clyde left the door wide open there for the Renault driver SJD at turn 4. SJD looks to go round, but VW Clyde trying to come back round the inside, but SJD has the race position, and he's definitely got the better position into those two corners as well, Mark.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. The quarter must have hit the gravel because he's lost it completely. The boots that have retired from the session, actually retired from, but he has retired. Quarter did drop a few places. I think after second, third, possibly. I didn't see it what happened.
Yeah, possibly caught the gravel at the exit of when the sector through turn 7, I believe that is. So definitely, possibly a mistake from Tactics is trying to put the big bit of pressure on Tony Y down for Williams tonight from the going into 4th place.
Just watching MJ Cook now try to do oh, Tony Y's dropped down. No, Core. Just gone up, down.
Yeah, which Core goes up the inside of Tony Y at turn 4. Gets the move done with DRS assistance and late braking, but also track position as well. SJD beginning to close down MJ Cook, the gap down to 3/10 of a second. As we come round turn 7 on to turn 8, MJ Cook goes deep into turn 8, that'll compromise his exit speed. Run down to turn 9, allowing SJD, SJD getting caught in that dirty air, and really struggling to get that car turned in that fast-paced corner at turn 9 as Josh picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple corner cut runs.
Yeah, and then the two corners of the mother. This track, don't get me wrong, this track is, would you say, stricter? Is that what I would say? Stricter?
Oh, sweet as a nut, leaving Tail tries to move up inside the turn 1. Actually ran deep at the exit. I'm just going to catch that on the replay. Tries to get up the inside of the Ferrari. Back right out of it because he knew the Ferrari was on the left hand side. And just handed the place back to O. Stevens. So a nice attempt there from Leaving Tail.
Yeah, nice winding it up. MJ Cook was further than SJD. I thought it went past him with a slight mistake there. But big run was done. Through the front hand. So, as we were saying, Craig, do you think the track is more stricter?
I think it's fair, as long as you keep it within the right lines, you won't get a penalty. I don't think it's as harsh as we've seen at other tracks. It's just about within the right lines, certainly. If you run deep on the exit or cut turn 1, certainly run get a run and justifiably so. Justifiably so.
Oh, he's late break!
Oh, big walk up from MJ Cook, and he had nowhere to go. It looked as if he'd actually corrected SJD as we run wide at turn 5. Yeah, big walk up from the Red Bull, and takes the nose off the SJD.
Yeah, fair play to MJ Cook for that. I didn't see the actual contact, I just saw MJ Cook just leg break.
Yeah, MJ Cook tried to break at the turn 3, walked up with brakes and carried out straight on SJD, the grand to turn in towards turn 3, and MJ Cook just put the meeting was from it, and that was resulting in getting something done.
Yeah, but look MJ Cook, oh, yeah, SJD going to the pits, yes, MJ Cook going wide again.
Yeah, he's really running deep out of turn 9, possibly running too low down first. Or really hesitant in attacking turn 9, fearing that they may pick up a penalty. But battle for second place developing at the moment between Yoss and McLaughlin. Yoss ahead by 0.5 of a second, both drivers on 10 lap ultra soft tyres. So it's all about who is actually going to blink first and go for that undercut as Jamie sets the fastest lap of the race.
a fair play to them if you're going to start walking. Would you say 2 stops more better around here than 1 stop for the guys to go for? Or is 2 odd? Oh, we're not going to say.
Well, no, I certainly think, it's certainly aggressive and you definitely go on the quicker tyres. But again, overtaking can prove fairly difficult, but they have keep saying that, and they have seen some spectacular overtakes thus far, and they're only 12 laps in. So, possibly drivers opting for the quicker strategy, or more aggressive strategy.
Oh, Meg,
overtaking as possible.
Oh, Meg! Oh my God!
Yeah, yours just giving them a little squeeze wide, all respectful and allowed, of course.
Two.
It is a drag race between Sauber and McLaren. McLaren gets his nose ahead but runs deep in turn 4. Yours should have the inside line, but may have to go defensive as McLaren will have the inside in turn 7. Oh, there's slight contact there between the Sauber and the McLaren, and McLaren takes a high line and controls it, but yours not giving up. He's trying to go right to the inside in turn 8. Will we see both cars going wheel to wheel at turn 9? Oh, Yoss backs out of it, and I think Yoss is coming into the pits. Fantastic driving from McLaren to Yoss, but Yoss knows that there's a long way to go in this race yet, and it looks as if the Sauber of core tactics is coming into the pits as well. So McLaren and Sauber looking to call in their drivers, as is Williams, and BW Klein should move up to 4th place, place as drivers line about and they're making their pit stops.
Oh God, there's quite a few people going wide at first sector. I think it was MJ Coop again. Might be wrong.
Yeah, definitely MJ Coop. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And definitely running wide in turn 1. So, it's like knocking the battery from Adam Spence and MJ Coop, but I think MJ Coop may be running too low downforce at the moment, trying to just maximise on speed between turn 1 and 3 and 3 and 4. And that may be the reason why we're actually seeing him understeering it with turn 1 and 9.
Yeah, definitely there. Both Stoke and Meg are pitting now. So
it's interesting to see where Yoss comes in relation to Meg Lucky, the undercut being 90 in Austria. So Yoss currently just coming up towards turn 9, stop behind Raven Tail, you get a little bit of a tow, but start to pick up the grip here as we go through turn 9 and 10. They should get DRS on the pit straight, and Yoss still just going across the pit. And Meg Lucky gets ahead, so the undercut did not work for Yoss's plan.
Mr. Aaron J. Spencer, Mr. Skyzy, oh you beauty, what a move! Oh, beautiful move there. We've got Yoss trying to close in on Waving Tail now. He didn't want to stay behind on the Flying Scotsman. Yoss, is he another Verstappen on here, but on the McLaren, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But MJ Coop's dropped down to 5th. Mr. Sky C moved up to 4th now. He's going to try and close in on Mike, who's in 3rd at the minute.
And one driver we haven't actually spoken about is actually leading this race now, Sir Spud. Moving up to 1st place, starting on the super soft tyres. And he's got a healthy lead at the minute.
Yoss?
No.
Oh my God! I apologise, Craig. Carry on. I'll explain in a bit.
Yeah, apologies there for a moment there. Sir Spud was actually showing in the lead on the telemetry screens here, but BPW Clyde actually currently fighting for the lead from Scoteville. Scoteville goes up inside at turn 3, and on those fresher tyres you'll certainly get the move done on the 4th in there.
This is unbelievable stuff. The Viva car's gone down to 2nd now. Should hold up. The tourist quite confident on the top of the warnings. Viva Clyde should pit now.
Mike and MJ Coop are trading places in that the second DRS straight as well. And looks like Mike Lucky looking to put pressure on the Toro Rosso. Mike, he goes up the inside between turn 7 and 8, gets the move done with fresher tyres. And that'll certainly free up Mike Lucky to attack MJ Cooper. Lucky looking to get back in within a podium place. So currently down in 6th place at the moment, and some drivers ahead of him yet to pit as Mike makes his pit stop, followed by Aaron Spence. This one with yours. From 8th, back up behind Mike Lucky, fighting for 5th and 6th, followed by Levan Taylor in 7th, who's yet to make his pit stop on 14 Raffles Supersonics.
MJ Coops dropped behind Mike Lucky. Mike has left the session. Not sure what's happened there. We'll have to find out later. But look at it now. We've got quite a few drivers coming up for 8th place. Craig.
Yeah, and just right on board there, MJ Coop mark. It looks like Mike Lucky really struggling to get temperature in those soft tyres. He's leaving a little bit, just trying to scrub them and get some temperature in that soft tyre.
Yeah, did it take about like 8 laps before it gets warm?
Yeah, it can take maybe not as much as that, possibly about maybe 3, 4, but certainly with even a high downforce circuit, certainly temperature should get on the soft tyres quicker than the pits such as what's the USA, where the downforce isn't as high.
Yeah, possibly. Jamie closing on Tony from 9th place. Now Craig, Peter Todd has now pitted the soft tyre, so he'll probably be the one stop. Jamie got 2 second class now, taking warning. Absolutely unbelievable moments here. Notorious closing on those seasons, 13th place at the minute. What will Notorious do? Will he try and go for the inside? No, Stevens doing everything he can hold on there, but Stevens holding on there. Side by side, both guys have got 15, 16 laps off. Side by side, oh lovely helicopter view. Notorious moves up to 13th place, up to turn 2 I think. It's one of those, I don't know if it's that corner, that's turn 3 or 2 on the map, I can't remember. But looking at it, Notorious just went past Stephen within the first gear extra, and that was fantastic move there, fantastic. But Yoss is closing on MJ Coop. Oh, a little bit of collision there, but Yoss has moved up to 4th now. MJ Coop's pitted. He's pitted because he's done 16 laps of the tyre of the Supersoft, so he might go for soft tyre play.
Yeah, well, Tony's trying to put pressure on Cortax. Both drivers on the soft tyre. Jamie will be looking to get past the 2 of these drivers because Jamie will require another pit stop unless he can really look after the Supersoft. So Jamie's race strategy really compromised being stuck behind Tony Y and Cortax.
Well, Jamie's done 10 laps of Supersoft now. How many laps?
He should be coming in about 22 to 24 to go for a set of supers or Porsche Ultras. And just talking with Jamie, we're looking at the telemetry data. It looks like the Supersoft actually hold the performance longer than the Ultra sources, on the fuel load as well. So it'll be interesting to see what tyre strategy that Jamie opts for next.
It'd be good. There's some other drivers we haven't mentioned as well. I mean, Spud, the guy who we've known for many years, and he'll annoy me by getting it every time, but he was close to winning it twice, I believe. Yeah, twice of the Performance League. So, do you think Spud has got a chance of winning this season? Or do you think it's a bit too tough to call?
I think a bit too tough to call. He's currently down 17th at the moment, and it's going to come down to how much they're maximising the times where he has the quicker car, and that's certainly not going to be easy on the grids that we have currently in the performance leagues.
Yeah, definitely. But again, would you rather have a good performance in the season and the rest of the season, or do you rather have a slow start to the season and get a better one in the actual league?
I would definitely prefer to have a better performance when it counts. So when there's points up for grabs, that's when you really need to be on your game. The pre-season is definitely trying to get rid of the mistakes and possibly try something a little bit different, certainly in the official races. Is not the time that you want to be rolling from or trying to the competition continues.
Still closing in on 25. It goes for 5 seconds.
There's a 3, possibly 4 car battle being developed shortly for the 6th place. We've been leading a little bit of a train with the contact explaining and Jamie slightly behind, but SGD may actually close up in this battle as well. On fresher super sauce compared to Jamie, slightly ahead on 3 laps over the tyres.
Oh my god, what do you do here? Will Wymantel pit? He's got a pit, yes, he's got a pit. He's done 18 laps of the super sauce. That's fair play to him.
So Jamie should pick up double slipstream from Tony Y and Core Tactics ahead. And certainly within DRS, so Core Tactics could be a little bit of a sitting duck at the moment in the Sauber. The only car without DRS is the Williams, but Tony Y tucks in behind, trying to get a little bit of a pull up towards turn 3. And this looks to have been a race-long battle between the Sauber and the Williams driver now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what to expect. This battle going on, but
yeah, and there's a battle currently developing for second place at the moment between Mr. Skies and the Williams. Oh, Nick Lugby goes up the inside, it ends up what a move. Turn 9, Mike Lugby gets in the done ahead of turn 9 in the Sauber, so Sauber will be absolutely delighted for that, and it's going to be a challenge with their style drive from Nick Lugby tonight as he moves up to second place, 7.8 seconds behind Scott Taylor, but Mr. Sky's not looking to give up so easily. He's currently still 6/10 of a second. Will get DRS on that run down towards turn 4, so finally put himself up in contention for a late taking contest into turn 4. It looks like he's working on the pressure tyres, get their better exit. So we should see Mr. Sky Z picking for maybe second pit stop in the next lap or so, Mark, and that should move your stuff up to third and put the challenge on Mike Lugby for second.
And this is the look of the game, the look of the effort. You do not know what to expect, and this is exactly keep saying it, but you do not know what to expect, and I'm absolutely delighted the commentator.
So I'm jumping in now, but it looks like there's a late call there from Williams calling Mr. Sky Z into the pits. He was going to come under pressure with losing the position to Josh, and Williams have opted to get him in. They must have seen a window on the grid, and they've got Sky Z into the pits going on the super soft tyres, that looks like. So looking to be very quick the last stage of the race, but Josh looking to close down the Lugby, got 1.4 seconds from McLaren, looking for a 1-2. Josh looking to wrap the Mercedes off Sir Spud, and he's looking to close down the side, as I said, and he's going to the gap 30 seconds, but 1.3 seconds with 15 laps remaining.
Lucky to be close on this
Trying to turn the screw on the first in there, and Leventhal pushed a lot of point to prove here as he was one of the quicker drivers in F3 last season, moving up to F2, so I'm sure we won't get past time very soon. He's on 3 lap old Alpes against 7 laps. Soft dirty tries that move down into turn 1. Oh, that is a very nice move, but VW played very cooperative, weren't going to fight too hard on the harder compound. So Intel certainly showing his racing class, moving up to 8th to pass on that point.
I mean, I don't know which one to pick, and these drivers have been absolutely fantastic today. Let's see how it works. I mean, next week is Baku. That'll be a fun match.
The gap's close down between Ricky and Ross. The gap currently down at 0.8 of a second, so Ross definitely flying, but he's actually on 1 lap over soft tire, so will that make a difference as we approach the final stage of the race? Slightly into turn 3 possibly looking to avoid that race curve on the inside at turn 3.
Tony went for the Barnzone moment against Core Tactics, but Tony just got back into 4th now. But Tony, I thought he'd done enough to broke a little bit early, late, a bit late. Oh, can't say, but you know what I mean. He was just trying to outbrake himself, and a bit too much. And Core Tactics just saying, "Oh, you tried. I'm going back to 4th." So there you go.
Yeah, no, it's just sitting in the slipstream off McLuppy as we run down towards turn 9, gap down to 3/10 of a second, so surely it's only a matter of time where we see the McLaren making a move on the side ahead for a 1-2 finish for McLaren. So 1 lap over soft tyres as we mentioned, will that make the difference, or can Ross just use the slipstream ERS and DRS and get past McLuckley for P2, tries to move up the inside. McLuckley, I thought McLuckley left it way open there, but gets his nose slightly ahead controls to turn into turn 3. Ross just plays the long game, so Ross knows that he's got time on his side, tries a little look on the inside of turn 4, and I'm surprised that McLuckley's actually leaving the inside wide open. So McLuckley just trying to force Ross into a mistake, or is Ross just toying with him and just lining them up for a DRS pass?
Possibly, Ross is going to go for the
he's going to get it done. He's going to do it in turn 9. One of the hardest turns to actually pull it off, but great, real racing from the McLaren and the Sauber driver. Ross moves up to P2, but McLuckley tucks in behind the McLaren, and he actually has DRS as well, and it just has to get the better exit out of turn 1 compared to Ross, who runs deep and runs offline, so he'll certainly be compromised for straight line speed on that run down towards turn 3. McLuckley has DRS home. Ross leaves the inside wide open as well, but McLuckley just tucks in behind the McLaren, trying to get a toe down towards turn 4.
I know we're not going to send the great, but who's impressed you so far the most?
Certainly both McLaren drivers have showed that they definitely have the pace, but certainly McLuckley showing that he can actually punch above his weight as well. He's certainly in there with F1 League as well, and you know, I heard McLuckley make a comment. I didn't feel that he had the pace to be fighting at the front of F1 League, but if this is what he's actually showing his pace to be tonight, and there's certainly no reason to rule him out for at least a top 5 position in the F1 League.
Yeah, I agree with you with that one. Like the 2 McLaren cars, drivers, Ross, I'll call Ross for second now, not the now, but looking at it now, I think those 2 will be, I think they'll be the ones to beat, but it depends on what car allocation they'll be given and that track as well. You just do not know what to expect as well.
Yeah, and that is absolutely crucial, car allocations, because we just don't know what drivers can actually do with that allocation. You know, can they maximise that disadvantage, and will that circuit be a good circuit for them? So there is a lot of unpredictable stuff for the Performance League. Jamie moves up the inside of the course into turn 3 of VW Pride. It was going to be a drag race down to turn 4. Jamie tucks in behind the force and they're looking to get a toe down to look turn 4. Pulls out, tries to go down the inside of the force out there. Can he hold?
What a move!
The corner runs deep slightly, but definitely those super softs definitely contributed to that overtaking move there.
Oh, what a move! Really, that was a great move there. Absolutely unbelievable stuff going on. Wavy Time's closing in on Mr. Sky C. Well, he was with 2 tenths. Wavy closing in on the last Euro straight. He put the first 4 and now still 6 tenths off Mr. Sky C. What's the matter?
They can tell on the quicker tyre compound, so certainly having the advantage. At this stage of the race, his tyres are 2 laps older, so we may see tyre degradation coming into play here. Where Invictus might have the advantage of the Ultras and may lose that advantage as they approach lap 34, 35 and 36 as the Ultras begin to hit the cliff.
Yeah, I mean, do you think the softs will matter to the end? Because
certainly the softs will certainly last to the end, but we will have a significant amount of degradation in them. And that may allow drivers on the super soft tyre such as Invictus Racing League to maybe begin to close down that gap.
Sorry to interrupt that, sorry. Tony, you think, closing in on 4th up to 4th place. Both of them, same tyre laps here, but what they're going to do here, hold on, will Tony try and close in on 4th? They've got a lap car of Stephen, yeah. Oh! Tony! Oh!
Contactors just shuts the door on Tony Wilder, just narrowed the angle at the turn 3, and that's a great defensive move from Contactors. And Mr. Sky Z looks to go round the outside of Tony, the inside of Tony, turn 4, so Mr. Sky Z apologies. Mr. Sky Z was overtaking Ray Van Kelder and not Tony Wine. So my mistake, my apologies there.
I'll let you off, right?
To try and close down Ross, the gap still holding at 5 tenths of a second. So this could be that 1 lap advantage going towards McWhirter now, as Ross home on 18 lap old short, then McWhirter is on 17 lap old short. So Ross not able to shake off McWhirter.
I can't do that, but maybe it does go to the inside. About as close from him and Mr. Sky-C. Mr. Sky-C is holding on for 7th place. We try to go on the inside, and maybe Ryan Scops is holding on for the 6th. But a little bit of contact.
Who can get that car turned and a little bit of wheel banging round from 3. Mr. Sky-C moves up to 6th place, taking it from Ray Van Tail, but McWhirter currently trying to hold on to the rear of that McLaren. Then turn 7 and 8, the gap holding at 6 tenths of a second as we run down towards that inside turn 9.
We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But I've said this every season since I got this going. He has improved every single season, and I think he will improve it a little. They've got some closing in on the yacht there, but what's your overall view of next?
He's absolutely got quicker in the season. It looks like we're going to see an overtake. Around the outside, so McWhirter goes round the outside. We can dive on the inside. There's contact there. And that was certainly a late break from Ross. They went all in there and it did not pay off. And we saw some carbon fibre flying off one of the cars there.
I don't know who it was, but oh my god, by the time Mr. Sky's there, it's closing in there. Why didn't tell closing in on Mr. Sky-C, Mr. closest. But as I was saying earlier, what's your views of McWhirter of your drivers?
Since starting off in October, I believe it was, and then from October 2023, he moved up into mid here, and we certainly summed it up even more. Great championship battle between himself and another
Oh, he's got a lead!
last season. So yeah, both drivers moving up to F1, and I'm certainly sure that both drivers will be able to challenge the top more established drivers on the Formula 1 League on their day.
Yeah, I mean, all of us would love to in the, I call it the Premier League, I guess one. Do you agree? Premier League.
I do. Certainly top tier is where we find the quickest drivers. And I think that top tier's been calling out for at least a 5 or 6 driver battle for the championship. Notoriously it's been between Gamer and Samban Kid. And we've seen other drivers try and compete against that as well. But looking at the lineup for this season, we've got drivers such as Ultra David, PR Buchan, we've obviously got Yoss, Scope, Samban Kid, Gamer, Mr. Sky Z as well, who's also notoriously quick. And I think the Formula 1 League could be really to watch this season.
Hold on to your seats, guys. We've got the Premier League, the top tier, up at 1 on Wednesday nights. It's not just that Equal League. We've got the F2 League and the F3 League as well. So there's so much action.
Yeah, and just to talk about all three Equal Leagues, I think this is the closest that the Equal Leagues have been to a landfill. Normally we've seen maybe 2 or 3 drivers really dominant. And we've certainly seen a good midfield battle in Formula 3 last season, and I'm sure that we'll see some more of that this season. But just looking at what the drivers have actually done tonight on Equal Performance, it looks like the Performance League could actually give us another cracking season as well. And it has actually been the most exciting league that we've had the last few seasons, just because of the unpredictability. And it looks as if we're going to get more of the same this season.
Okay. Here's a question for you, Craig. What happened to Core? Core's dropped down. I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not sure, but he has Wave Intel all over the back of him, looking to get the move down up into turn 9. Looks as if Wave Intel is on a drag race down towards turn 1, has inside the lane, can control the turn. Wave Intel comes across up the racing line, looking to open up turn 1 and moves up to 6th place. Possible mistake here again from Cross Tactics, dropping them back down the grid at the sign, but looking to come back at Wave Intel as way out into turn 3. So we are on the penultimate lap of the Austrian Grand Prix mark, and who would you say that is your driver of the day for tonight's race?
Driver of the day? Without a doubt, oh my god, Core Wave! Side by side. Oh my god! Come on to the next second sector, into the third sector now. This is unbelievable stuff. Oh my god! I do apologise, Craig. I will say the answer in a bit. I'll just wait and see if there was any more action going on from Core and Wave. The Flying Scots were just holding on for 6th there. Regarding your question, Craig, I'm going to say Scope Builder because he's done an epic drive. Absolutely awesome. Oh my god, Mr. Tony, Mr. Tony.
Oh, nice from the one down. Look at this guy, he gets his nose ahead into turn 1, runs nice, slightly at the hill of the hill, clicks some of the grass, that'll allow Tony to come back through. Great driving from both drivers, and it's great to see that the Williams teams are allowing both drivers to battle out on track. But we're getting on board with Scope Fielder, your leader of the race, and it's certain that he's going to come in great tonight's race victory, and that is a great result from Scopefielder, but more importantly a good gauntlet is thrown down for the performance and the Equal Performance Leagues.
Yeah.
Oh, Yoss trying to get past the driver. Oh, then look at them coming, lovely, hold on, he only has 2 turns left. Well, Yoss trying to dive up the inside, it looks like he's got front wing damage from that earlier contact at turn 3. So
this is a drag.
Look, he should come round and take 2nd place.
Oh my god. Congratulations to Scopefielder.
Penalties have actually determined the final standings, so Yoss does move up 2 seconds. It was a 1-2 for McLaren, and they would be absolutely delighted to put it back on the front row and definitely control the podium step. So great driving from Scopefielder and Yoss for McLaren. Meg Lippy drops to third after penalties. Mr. Sky Z takes fourth, with Tony White taking fifth. So another great race from Williams tonight, with Dave Until taking sixth. Core Tactics will take seventh. Jamie in the Renault will take eighth. Clyde in the full singular will take ninth. MJ Cook 10th. SGD 11th. Vascone 12th. Aaron Spence 13th. Notorious just crosses the line to take 14th, I believe that was, but drops to 15th with penalties, and we just make for 9th at the Toro Rosso, whose engine is smoking quite badly there. So tough race for the Toro Rosso. So as it's pre-season, there will be no post-race interviews this evening, but we certainly hope that you enjoyed tonight's race once we got underway. But Scopefielder does take the top step.
Congratulations to him. Yeah, congratulations to him. He was doing a magnificent drive, and again, without a doubt, he was my driver of the day. I think what would have happened if Boopster would have survived? It could have been a different story. I don't know, but fair play to the two McLaren drivers tonight.
Yeah, well, the only result that matters is the win once the checkered flag comes down. Certainly some drivers may rue their chances, may curse the what's actually happened tonight, and they curse their luck. But we move on to Azerbaijan to the Baku Street Circuit for the second pre-season race next week, where we will begin in Australia for round one the following week. So we hope that you can join us next week for the second pre-season race of season 6 at Invictus Racing League. Mark, I will leave you as always with the final word.
Final word? 2 words? Is it 2 words? Yes, go on. Sorry, 4. Remember, guys, stay classy. See you later. Cheers for that, guys. That was a cracking race. See you later. Bye-bye.